He killed a family, ate their ice cream, and vanished. Despite 300,000 investigators, he was never found.
Think about it. 300,000 investigators. We're talking about the largest criminal investigation in Japanese history. A literal national obsession that has led to absolutely nothing. I mean, how can a killer leave behind a crime scene utterly packed with physical evidence? We're talking a perfect roadmap of DNA, fingerprints, personal belongings, and still remain a complete ghost? It's a roadmap that points everywhere and nowhere, all at once.
Chapter 1: The Victims. The Miyazawa Airmai. The story actually starts on December 31st, the last day of the year 2000. Grandmother Haruko walked next door to check on her daughter's family in Tokyo's quiet Setagaya ward. And what she discovered was just unimaginable. The victims were the Miyazawas. You have Mikio, a 44-year-old creative executive, his wife Yasugo, who ran a tutoring school right out of their home, and their kids, 8-year-old Nina, who loved ballet, and little 6-year-old Rei, a deeply loved boy with a learning disability. By all accounts, these were quiet, kind people. No known enemies. There was absolutely zero warning for the nightmare that was about to happen. Chapter 2: The Attack. December 30th, 11:30 p.m. So police painstakingly piece together the events of the previous night, and the horror begins when an intruder slips into the family's home. He gets in through this small second-floor bathroom window. His very first act, he strangles 6-year-old Rei right in his bed while the boy sleeps. When the father, Mikio, realizes what's happening and confronts the intruder, a massive, violent struggle breaks out, and it ends with Mikio being stabbed with such sheer force that the knife blade actually snaps off inside his head. From there, the killer goes downstairs, grabs another knife from the family's own kitchen, and murders Yasuko and 8-year-old Nina as they huddle together. The sheer viciousness of this attack literally cannot be overstated. The police chief at the time even noted that the killer went way, way beyond what was necessary, attacking the mother and daughter as if he were purposely tormenting them. Chapter 3: The Bizarre Aftermath. The Killer Lingers. Now this is where things get deeply bizarre. After committing a quadruple homicide, the adrenaline of the slaughter fades, and the killer just decides to linger. He essentially treats the crime scene like a hotel. He walks right into the kitchen, helps himself to some barley tea, and literally eats ice cream straight from the containers. He's leaving his DNA and fingerprints everywhere. And he doesn't just eat, he relaxes. Investigators actually found physical evidence on the living room sofa, strongly suggesting he took a nap. A nap? Right in the very house where he had just slaughtered an entire family. Then, at exactly 1:18 in the morning, with the bodies of the Miyazawas still inside the home, the killer sits down at the family's computer. He casually browses the internet for 10 minutes, and even attempts to buy tickets to a theater play. The complete absence of panic or remorse is just chilling. And right before he finally vanishes into the night, he performs one last highly meticulous act. He takes off his own bloody clothing, his jacket, his sweatshirt, his gloves, and folds them neatly on the sofa. He then actually dresses himself in clothes belonging to Mikio, the very man he had just murdered, and walks right out the front door. Chapter 4: A Mountain of Clues. The Perfect Trail to Nowhere. Initially, investigators were pretty confident because of the sheer mountain of evidence left behind, but that confidence rapidly turned into baffling confusion. The killer's discarded items just deepened the mystery. Take the shoes he left behind. They were a specific size, manufactured and sold exclusively in South Korea. The neatly folded sweatshirt, incredibly rare. Only 130 were ever sold, yet police successfully tracked down and cleared every single known buyer. Then you have the sand and soil found in his belongings, which traced back to 3 completely distinct locations: a local Japanese beach, an area near Seoul, South Korea, and a U.S. Air Force base in California. It's a staggering collection of physical evidence that basically lays out a perfect roadmap, pointing in utterly contradictory global directions. Years later, advanced DNA technology provided another massive twist. The killer's genetic profile revealed a mixed heritage, an East Asian father and a mother of Southern European descent. Now, a profile like this is incredibly rare in Japan, which led police to strongly suspect they were looking for a foreign national. But here is the ultimate paradox of the entire case. It lies in the biology. The killer bled during the struggle. He left clear, undeniable fingerprints all over the house, on the ice cream containers, on the computer. He left total, complete biological proof of his existence. But when investigators ran this evidence through domestic and international databases, 0 matches. Worldwide. It's as if he simply does not exist in any official record on Earth.
Chapter 5. The Theories. The Phantom's Origins.
Faced with all these contradictory clues and over 13,000 public tips that went absolutely nowhere, investigators pursued two primary international directions. The first theory suggests the killer was a Korean national. This is mainly based on those exclusive shoes and the soil samples matching an area near Seoul. The second, heavily debated theory suggests a U.S. military connection. This stems directly from that sand tracing back to a California Air Force base combined with the killer's mixed heritage. But honestly, despite these compelling directions, both of them remain just that, theories. Today, a massive uncollected reward of 20 million yen, which is roughly $130,000, still hangs over the case. And it really leaves us to wonder about the true nature of what happened that night. Was this just a chaotic, brutal act of savagery committed by a ghost who somehow slipped through the cracks of the modern world? Or was it a meticulously planned, perfect crime executed by someone who purposely planted contradictory evidence to shatter the investigation before it even began? Do you believe the killer was connected to the U.S. military base, or was he a local who knew the family's layout? Drop your theory below.